Greetings everyone, this is The Truth Will Rise. I'm back with a new video, and as was made such big headlines yesterday in President Obama's interview that he did with Robin Roberts from ABC, in which he pledged his support for gay marriage. Well, I don't have a problem with that, and that's even not the point of this video. The point of the video stems from something else, because after the video I just see, people dropping the proverbial confetti from the ceiling. Oh, black people, mind you. And my message is really to us. For all and for all of your undying support of this man, who has done nothing, he's addressed concerns from every other community but our own, but yet you fools, and I'm not pulling punches anymore, you fools continue to just blindly follow the Pied Piper as he leads you over the cliff. And it goes back to even before he got elected. Because here's the thing. When he made that speech at the Democratic Convention in 2006 as a state senator from Illinois, and then the next thing you know he's president, I'm going to venture most of you didn't do your research on who this guy was, or where he came from, or who supported him, or, who are his backers. I mean, you don't know who Zbigniew Brzezinski is. You don't know that. You don't look anything up, because you figured, oh, well, he looks like us. Oh, it's all good. When you had idiots on TV talking about they don't have to pay their bills. What type of garbage is that? I don't care. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I've said this so many times. I don't know why you have to beat this dead horse. Really, it doesn't matter if the guy is black, white, polka dotted, purple, striped, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay? The fact of the matter is they're not there for you. It doesn't matter. Okay? Whether he looks like me or whether he's as white as this door behind me. It does not matter. Okay? If you're not part of the inner circle who play ball with them, or not one of their cronies, then it doesn't matter. So all of your stupid placard waving in yet and still that he's done nothing for us, but yet you dummies keep saying, my president. Hey, stupid, they're all your presidents. You live in the United States. You know what? You just sound foolish when you make these type of ridiculous statements, and you don't do your research and find out about these people, and you just go off what you hear on TV, which is just like these people just cutting wrestling promos back and forth at each other, and you people buy into it. Okay, and it's going to happen again this year, because no one pays attention, no one does their research. I know the playoffs are on, and that's what really matters. I know, I understand that. So when these things happen, and they will, you don't look into, like I said, who finances these people. Because if you follow the money, you can pretty much figure out how they're gonna do once they get in office. Never mind, I'm not even gonna touch on the fact that these elections are already decided in the first place. You're the only one that doesn't know that, okay? But you don't look at, well, what if say, for instance, the banking industry or banks are giving you money. Well, who do you think they're going to favor when they get in office? Banks! It's really hard to believe, I know. But we don't think about things like that. Okay? We are so caught up on these superficial things that we're not even doing the proper research or doing the proper critical thinking to even ask these types of questions. So here it is, years down the road, and when someone asks, like myself, asks questions that should have been asked years ago, then all of a sudden we get attacked. You know, we're called haters and all of these other things. When, had you done some simple research years ago, you would have known what we know now, okay? Which you shouldn't blindly follow anybody, especially if they get up on television with the suit and the tie and talking about how they're going to help when they get in office. When has that ever happened? Okay? Because it doesn't matter whether they, I don't even know how to use this. I use these terms loosely. Whether Barack Obama wins the election or someone else wins the election, guess what? Things are still going to get worse because they're not playing for your team. Okay? And if you looked at these people, you would know that already. But you don't. Okay? You believe what the stupid television tells you or you know, what the stupid newspaper tells you. A lot of times, they're owned by associates of said people. So, of course, it's just, like I said, it's cutting wrestling promo. They know it's not real, but you don't. Okay? So you buy into it, and you think that there's really a difference between Democrats and Republicans. That there's really a difference. Like they're two opposing forces when they're not, okay? It's all just for the cameras. After the cameras cut off, they go and have dinner and slap five and talk about how, you know, their business deals that they're in together. Okay? You know what? It's just time to stop being stupid for these people. And if I sound angry and annoyed, it's because I am. Because these fools say the slightest little thing and the people, oh, look what he said, oh, look what he did, or whatever. When the proof is in the pudding, okay? You look at how things were 8 years ago when one group was in, then the other group gets in, and whatever, and it's just going this way still, okay? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out, okay? It's time to come up off the boo-boo, okay? We're so smart with all our technology. We have the iPads and iPhones and tablets and this, but yet and still we can't critically think when it comes to certain critical issues, okay? Or just things in general. That we are constantly fooled by this minutia, this nonsense, and nothing ever changed. That you, for whatever reason, decide to give all of your power away to these people who then turn around and use it against you, and then you're mad. Okay? When the fact of the matter is this: you're the one with the power. You have more creative power here on planet Earth than all of those morons in Washington put together. But the problem is, you've been conditioned to think that they're up here and you're down here. Okay, when it's really the other way around. Okay, but it's been said so many times that if you want to change whatever situation, it starts with you. Okay, it starts with you doing the necessary work on yourself, and then your family, institution, and then it builds from there. Okay, but to look from some goof in a suit and tie on television to come in on his horse and solve all your problems is foolish, and they're probably sitting laughing at the people who think this. Okay, so it's just so time to come up off of it. I mean, come on. If people have these in-depth discussions and debates about stupid television shows, then why is it you don't have discussions and debates or on critical thinking, on things that are going on, and once you do that, you could start to see that it's all an illusion in the first place. So that's one of the reasons for my frustration, because I see otherwise intelligent people get caught up in this nonsense like it's real, or under the illusion that these people have your best interest at heart when they do not. And it's time to understand that. It's time to understand that. It's time to understand that. It's beyond past time. And if you don't do it for yourself, my God, do it for your children, your grandchildren, or whatever. Because it was thought that you're supposed to leave the world or whatever in a better condition for your posterity than when you found it. But that's not the case. No longer. I mean, it is for the ruling class because they cheated the game. Okay? There's a reason why they build themselves up to make themselves look powerful and all of this. Because they know if individuals realize the true power that they really had, theirs would go away, and whatever changes that they wanted to institute here on planet Earth would start to happen like that. But the problem is we don't realize that, is that we've been conditioned to think the opposite, that down is up and up is down, when that's not the case. I mean, when you hear things like we're beefing up our army to ensure peace, well, heck, anybody who's read 1984, that's war is peace. That's exactly what that is right there. I mean, that's not even logical, you know, to think that way. You know, it's up to you right there looking at this video, okay, whether it's 10 minutes after I posted this or 10 years down the road. You have the power you need, okay? It doesn't come from these actors on television, because that's all they are, okay? There's no difference between George Bush and The Undertaker. They're both actors. That's all it is, okay? You know, that's just what it is. And, you know, just like you know that the outcome in pro wrestling is predetermined, it's the same thing in politics, the exact same thing. You know, you can draw parallels all day because it's not real. It's just a very well-ordered distraction. Okay? So if nothing else that you take away from this video is to do two things. Think, and think. Okay? And don't just accept what these actors say. This is the truth will rise. Wishing everyone peace, power, and positivity.